That's a big number. Big numbers. Big numbers. 100 million bag. That's a big number. Big numbers. Blue hunts. Whole team counting. That's a big number.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold.
Coach, thanks. We're about 12 miles south of the future home of the Chargers at the current home of the Chargers, and that's Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and our home team. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Gordon. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Murray. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Here we go. Set. Go to base. Shift. Watch the shift. He's checking. He's checking. He's checking. Crash. Crash.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. 1st down, Murray. Completes it to Watt. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
It's our time. Slant.
Now Murray. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And it's complete. Henry. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker, can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? That throw into the arms of Allen. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Snap comes to Murray at 1. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. That his first incompletion after a 4-for-4 start.
Yeah, but they shouldn't back off from what they're doing. I like the play calling right out of the gate. I like the tone that they're setting. Keep going in that direction.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. Gordon. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Michael Badgley on for the field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
Badgley able to knock this one through. Well, they didn't get in the end zone, but pretty good balance there on the opening drive between the run and the pass.
Yeah, I think that was probably what they wanted to get accomplished right out of the gate. Throw the ball with success, run it, of course, to set the tone. So who saw the offensive coordinator's play sheet? Probably wrote himself a little note. Exactly what we wanted to do. Probed it early and got it done.
Ready. 18 Gator. Recon, 132 fighter. Watch twist. Let's go.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels and picking up some nice yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Come on, set. 90, Wolf. General West. Get ready.
Now Armstead. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 12 more yards there and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
We got 4. We got 4. Check. 5.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Set. 60 outlaw. Let's go. You draw Corker. Check. Hey, Haywood.
He may try and run, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. It's their quarterback scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the pistol, they run with Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
To throw is Murray. This is brought in by Gibson. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter as they've got it 2nd down and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A shotgun give to Fournette. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Leo! Hey! High 7! Now!
To throw on 3rd down. Wesovich completes it to Lee. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down right around the 18-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Ricky. Kill. 66, bullet, half.
Now Gordon. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
3rd and 8.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
That's it. Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. Watch the slant.
Shotgun now from Murray. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On the ready. Mark 49. Oh, you got deep? Shit. 6-6, pull it high.
On second down, here's Fournette. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Check 4. Pilot, 64, read. Check. 5.
This is Armstead on the carry. He's got the first down inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On the set. 57 X3. 218, chopper. Check nickel. Ready?
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
The Chargers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, we got 3 down.
From the gun, Murray. That one caught by Gibson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 30.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, this is Jackson. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
Your trip ends here.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. He is going to find Hill here. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Left, left, left. Watch left, left, left. Watch the pass, watch the pass.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup. Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs, and let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Recon, 132 fighter.
From the gun, Lesevich. He's got the hookup with Conley. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun, Wesovich. Lee's got it over the middle. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 33-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. This is Gordon on the dump off. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Fournette running out of the gun. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off play action. Wesovich. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. 11 yards there. First down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. That's out to his running back, Fournette. Call it a 3-yard gain. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he completes it to Westbrook. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Charger drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
Now the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time, and that's another great play to come away with the football.
Ready up. Launch 49. Double dog, double dog. That's the way. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check, check, check. Blue draw Corkers. Hey, Alpha. In your face.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
You ready? 49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. Topper, topper. Undercut, undercut. Ready?
Here's a give to Fournette. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Again, it's Fournette. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Check 15. Check out. Watch the eye.
They'll run with Fournette. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. The kick by Lambeau is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. That's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
48 Mike. 48 Mike. Here we go.
Looking to throw on second down. Murray. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. And out of bounds, this will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Wesovich. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Fournette. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. Third down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the first down.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. This is Gordon. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Wide, get wide.
On first down, they go option to the right. And now he'll tuck it and run. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chargers on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, touchdown number 22 on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. This is Fournette. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Let's go, you tighten up. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Still searching for that first interception in this game and down on the scoreboard. Remember, they won last week, and a big reason why they had 3 picks.
And one characteristic I've always noticed about great defenses is that they want to be the ones that have a huge impact on the game and actually lead their teams to victory. So you just noted 3 interceptions last week and they won. And a little extra pressure that they're feeling right now because they haven't gotten those interceptions in this game and they're losing.
Hey, lock it. No. Hit it.
On 3rd down, Wesovich. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Now this time, Murray to throw it. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the 41-yard line.
Come on, set, 8, read. I got one. Check 37. 61, matchbox lights. 57, Mike 57. Rock it. Ready.
To throw on 2nd down. Wesovich Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lee. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, first down.
And the Jaguar first down.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
General West. Check hot route. Hot. Smooth.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Bravo.
From the gun, Wesovich. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A handoff to Fournette. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Murray now on first down. And that's incomplete. Tajay Sharp, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Watch the pass. Check.
He'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Josh Allen, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Watch tight. Tight end right. Tight end right. 4 down. 4 down. Alert. 48.
Second down, Murray sets to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a fourth down now. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Out. Watch the safety creep. You draw quarters.
They'll run it again with Fournette. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brent, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
4 down. Hatch it. Greystone, travel. 49 to Mike. Deep river.
Fournette. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Whistles in a timeout at the 2:05 mark. So this defense wanting to get one more pause in before the 2-minute warning, and they do just that. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the run, it's Fournette. And that lines up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
Cut. 30 base. 50 seconds to mile. Who that? Check. Lucky. Protein spill. 36. Go.
Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. They are on to the 4th quarter now, by the way, in Santa Clara. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they indeed win, it would be win number 9 on the season. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Well, he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know, in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to do what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Let's go. 48. Hey, watch the ball. Check. 48's the mic. Check.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Josh Allen in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness that defensive line is eating them away.
And the pressure gets to him again. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Jags, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they go down to defeat for just the 2nd time in 11 games so far. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.